A very good morning to one and all. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself. Can I have your attention, please? Okay. I am Dr. Archana from Medical Education Department. I am Associate Professor in the department and I am course in charge of study skills from my department. Those of you who might have other responsibilities, or if you want to leave, you can leave the hall. I will not stop you. Whoever stays inside, I request some kind of focus and attention and try to take the topics more seriously. It all depends on what you want from the course. Many people ask me, why study skills? We have been studying for past 12 years, is it not? From school you have been studying. Then why do you have a separate course called study skills? Why do you think? Should you have a separate course, or you think it doesn't make sense? Anything? First, feel free to talk. It's okay, we are in this together. Your answers may be wrong, your answer may be stupid, we all are here to learn together. So why do you think there is a course on study skills? Is it needed? If yes, can you give me one reason? Yes, one student at the back. Yes, please tell me. Yes, to refine your skills. Doesn't mean all of you don't know how to study. All of us know from kindergarten, from our school, but there is a big difference between school education and college education. Is there a difference? What difference? What is different? There also you read from books. Here also you are going to read from books. What's the big deal? Yes. Yes, absolutely. In school, maybe you can recollect, at least some of my teachers, they will tell you clearly, read 10 points from this page. This is what I will ask you in exam. If there are no 10 points, you will not get 10 marks. Read from this textbook. Read from a particular handout. Okay, you will never get questions from outside. If you get questions from outside, you will be given free marks. You are protected. You are said, this is what you have to learn, and you are assessed from what you were learning. But in college, especially in a professional college, in a medical college, in a nursing college, in physiotherapy, law, any other profession, engineering, there is no defined syllabus. Of course there is a defined syllabus. Of course there are outcomes. We tell you these are the topics we have to learn, but not everything we will teach. For example, in anatomy, if you have 30 topics, hardly you will have lectures on 15 to 20 topics maximum. What about the remaining 10? We have to study yourself. We will tell you the textbook and you have to plan. And the amount what you studied in school was less. Maybe 50 page, 100 page, maybe 200 page. But what you study here is going to be more. 500 pages, 1000 pages. It all depends on how you want to take your profession seriously, how seriously you want to learn. And you will be reading large amount of information, and we are here to help you how to do it effectively. How many of you have thought beyond? Do you know how many years is your course, nursing course? 4 years. At the end of 4 years, You may be joining some hospital, working with a team. After that what? Maybe you work for few years, and then do you really think of going beyond this 4 years of undergraduation? Any of you have idea of doing a specialty in your own field? You should have a plan. Okay? Please, as much as possible, try to specialize. Try to go to the next step in your career. If you have a plan, if you want to go to the next step, all these things what I'm going to talk is very important. Every session in study skills is for you to plan ahead for the next step in your career. It may or may not be useful now, you might think, but it is useful today as well as for tomorrow, for the next step. Why writing and presentation? You can ask, what am I going to write? I'm going to be part of the team. Someone is going to tell me what to do, and I'm going to do what someone else give me to do. What is the role for writing? History. You will be part of the bigger picture. Electronic patient management system. You will be adding content to that particular system, and writing is part of the communication. You will write some instruction in the case sheet, or maybe in the nursing sheet, or depends on where you work. If you work abroad, if there is a bigger software, the feedback, you will give feedback about your fellow nurses. You will write, my fellow nurse is very good in communication. My fellow nurse treated me well, or my fellow nurse is very arrogant. So you cannot get away from writing. Not only that, if you are very good, you will write and publish. You will do research. You will do research with your friends, and you will also write small articles. For example, you see a case of a heart failure. As a nurse, you think you could have made a change, and you feel your future batch of nurses should have these small points in mind when they treat a heart failure patient. You will start writing them. You will put in your own blog. So writing is a very powerful academic tool. So we are going to tell you how to write, or what are the things you have to keep in mind. And not only that, for today, for your midterm, there is going to be an assignment from writing. There is going to be an assignment from presentation skill. We will upload that in the Moodle. So please pay attention to every slide. And also for your exam, there will be several questions from writing and presentation. Okay. With that, we will start. If you think you are not able to understand, or if you have any doubts, please feel free to stop. Okay. We are here to learn together. Don't think your doubt is very, very simple and others will make fun of you. No doubt is simple. Every doubt is important, and feel free to stop me. Okay. These are the objectives. Okay. Writing skills. If I ask you to write something on I ask you to write an assignment on one animal. Okay. How will you, or one flower, how will you write?
I will write an introduction introducing the animal or the flower.
Okay.
With
Which? Okay. She says yes. Okay. Okay, let me stop you here. She says she will introduce a particular animal. So I said write an essay on one animal. So even before writing the introduction, what you should have in mind is, yeah, we have to choose the topic. You are correct. That comes after you decide on which animal you want to talk. Maybe cat, a dog, a dolphin. It's up to you. But you should know what topic you should be focused. So that is where the first step in writing anything is choose your topic. Choose your topic wisely. Yes.
First, research questions, then thesis statements,
Yeah.
then the introduction, then the body. Then
Yes. What she says is for research paper. If you have a question, you have a hypothesis, you write methodology, you follow a particular format. This is just simple essay or simple assignment. So you need not have a research question in this type of writing. The first step is choose your topic wisely. What topic you will choose in animal?
about what animal?
Yeah. Which animal? Cat? Okay. You said cat. Why?
I love that.
First of all, the topic you should have, yes, you should feel connected or it should be interesting to you and also interesting to the audience as much as possible. And if she chooses a very rare animal which existed 1 million years ago, will she be able to write a proper essay?
No.
Why? Why not?
Yeah, there will not be new information.
Exactly, she will not get sufficient information. So how do we choose a topic? It should be in alignment with the objective. Alignment means I told animal, so she chose animal. She didn't choose rose or jasmine or hibiscus, she chose animal. So it is in alignment with objective. She chose a topic interesting to her. She also thinks, many of you might, I don't like cats, okay? Maybe many of the audience like cats, and she is also confident she will get more information. So this will be one of your questions, how to choose your topic, okay? So these are the characteristics. Okay, I chose the topic. What next? Okay, make, yeah, one by one. Before even making a, see, even though in the PowerPoint I put step 1, step 2, step 3, some steps can happen before or after. It depends on your style. For me, outline will be the second step. First I will think, oh, this is what I will structure my, but sometimes even to put the structure, I need to know what's available. If I don't know anything about a particular topic, I can't even put the outline. So I will go search for the content. Second step is search for the information. Now we all are students, okay? So where do you think you can get information? Yes? Books, okay? Yes? Journal, books, journal, yes? Any other source? Girls usually say books, journals, but boys usually say something else, so I am expecting, tell whatever it is. Okay, any, yes? Website, okay. Anything else? Yes? Experience, wonderful. Yes? Yes? Dictionary, yes. I want to say a few things about experience, and somebody said website. Okay. Okay. In an educational assignment, you can add your own experience, maybe 1 or 2 lines, not more than that. Okay. If it is your own blog, you have your own website, you want to put your information, then your personal experience you can elaborate. But in an academic assignment, you can give your experience as example, but that cannot be the main content. So the reference, the safe bet is to take from the textbook, take from the journal, take from website, not any website. Do you think that should be a criteria to choose a website? You should choose from trusted website from Arabian Gulf University or Harvard University, or not website which I have in my name, okay, which may or may not be correct. My son may start a website. You can start your own website. So don't take randomly from any website. Take from trusted website. In the previous batch, someone said, I will ask ChatGPT. Do you think that answer is correct or wrong? Partly, yes. We all use artificial intelligence to write our assignment, essay. If you become a parent, you will use it for school projects. I do it for my daughter as well. But when you use ChatGPT, there is no creativity. You copy the content, you look at the content, and you modify it. You don't just copy and paste, because we know the words used by ChatGPT, the method used by the ChatGPT. We have been seeing for past 3 years or 4 years how different essays are being structured by not only ChatGPT. There are different AI which students use. They all follow same algorithm. Okay, so you try to break it. You use it, copy, paste in a Word document. You add your own creativity, modify the sentence, add your experience. As he said, you write something from your own experience, add a funny story, or add images, add graphs, add pictures, and try to make it different, unique for yourself. So when I see the assignment, I know, okay, Aisha has taken the content from ChatGPT, but she has made it in a more unique manner. She has added her signature to the content. All right. So this is where we get information, mainly the books, the journal, trusted website, dictionary, encyclopedia to some extent, and conference material. This will be another question. Okay, everything you see in the slide can be framed as questions for your exam. Many a time students ask me, what will be the question? How you will frame the question? What to study? When you see the slide, ask yourself how this slide can be asked as a question. So how do you think I can ask this question? Which of the following are the trusted source for getting information? A, B, C, D, E. Or I can ask the following are the trusted sources except. Then I'll put something very stupid in between. So you have to choose what is not correct. So this is how we prepare questions. Now, maybe for CAT, she gets maybe 4 references or 5 references, one from textbook of CAT, one from international journal for CAT, one from website, etc., etc. Is it okay she just puts the information in the document and submits? No, it's not her thought process. She took it from source A, B, C, D, and E. She has to acknowledge. This has been taken from this textbook, this from this journal. So you have to list the references at the end of the assignment. Very, very important. Okay. So bibliography, this is called bibliography, listing the references in a particular way. Now comes the outline. Now I have the topic CAT. Now I have the content. I know from where I got the content, but how am I going to write? Then she will check the assignment, is it for 500 words or 1000 words or 2000 words? You need to know the requirement. Let us assume it is for 500 words. In 500 words, how much I am going to give for, how am I going to structure my topic? That is called outline. Main topic, subtopic, and am I going to give a picture or example? So you just keep some imaginary framework that is called outline. So let us take the same topic. Maybe here it will be CAT. What can be the subtopic? Feeding habits of cat. can be a subtopic. Or diseases affecting cat can be a subtopic. Or the behavior of cat in winter can be a subtopic. So I will decide the subtopic, and then for example feeding habit, I have to write something, no? I will say cats like fish or cats like chicken. What is the evidence? What is the, how do I prove? This is an academic writing. So she will quote within bracket journal of cat or textbook of cat from Katsung. So she will mention the reference within the bracket. So this is how we prepare an outline. Outline, if you say it is only very like a skeleton, okay? Can you submit the outline? Outline is only words, one word below the other. It's not sentence. It doesn't convey any meaning for someone who sees it. Okay, it's for you to follow. So we usually don't submit the outline. We convert the outline to draft. We write it. We write in sentence and we try to make it more organized. That is called the first draft. We don't even submit the draft. Can you submit as soon as you convert the outline to draft? It's not advisable. Just wait for some more time. Read it again. Maybe you will modify it again. So the first draft is called rough draft. You write the essay, but you don't submit it immediately. Okay? You keep it for 1 day, 2 days, read it again after 24 hours. You may or may not like it. You think, oh, this idea here should be shifted to second paragraph. Maybe the fourth paragraph is too lengthy. Maybe the fifth paragraph doesn't make any sense. So you will revise it. Never ever submit your first draft. Okay, that's why it is called rough draft. So what do? We revise the rough draft. You go through it again and again. Okay, and see if you can make it better. Now I am happy. I made the rough draft. I revised. Can I submit now? Or should I pay attention to one more thing? Yes, very important. Whenever we write an assignment, we get carried away by the bigger ideas, arrangement of the ideas, or bigger picture. We usually fail to pay attention to small, trivial things. So we have to keep it at the end. That is called proofreading. After you finish everything, you are ready to submit, but before submission, you have to proofread. What is proofreading? In proofreading, you don't change the content from here to there. That is done in revision. In proofreading, you just pay attention to typographical. What is typographical? Instead of 1 S, you put 2 S. Spelling mistake. Okay. Instead of O, you put E. So check the spelling mistake. Grammar. You don't mix past tense with present tense. Or, I don't know much about grammar rules, but you can use Grammarly or any other software to help you with grammar, spelling, punctuation. What is punctuation? When you ask a question, yes. Yes, exactly. You might think, why is it important? You will be taken seriously by the reader only if your writing is good. You will not end a sentence without a full stop. You will not ask a question without question mark. If you want your reader to pause, you will put a comma. If you are enumerating number of reasons, you put semicolon. So punctuation is very important. Everything is important when you write an assignment. Okay. And then organize your bibliography. What is this bibliography? Again and again it's coming. Anyone else? Okay, she said she will, yes. Yes. I said she took content from 5 different sources. She mentioned it during the text itself, within bracket WHO website, Arabian Gulf University website, etc., etc. You list all the references at the end of your assignment in a proper way. That is called bibliography. Very simple. List of references arranged in a proper way. As she mentioned, there are different styles. I don't know why there are different styles, because each country has its own style of referencing. In each country, different parts of the country have their own way of referencing. So academically, these are the 4 popular reference styles. Try to memorize the names. There are many styles, 20, 30, 40. Nowadays, each journal is coming up with their own unique style. But as students, you should know at least 4 or 5 commonly used reference style. Okay. What do we mean by style? I'll just give you an example. In APA, the name of the author comes first. We don't put Mr., it just says Sebastian Ahmed Mohammed within bracket 2022 wrote in a textbook so and so, published in so and so year by so and so publisher. That is APA style. The name comes first and the year within bracket. In some other style, the name doesn't come in the beginning, the title comes in the beginning. The author goes to the middle or to the end. So there are different ways of projecting the same content, but you have to be very careful of the style. So how do we remember these styles? APA is very famous. Remember 2 universities, Oxford University and Harvard University. I didn't put Oxford here. Oxford is another style. So remember 2 universities, Oxford and Harvard. Remember 2 cities, Chicago, Vancouver. Okay. So these are the 5 commonly used reference styles. Luckily, we have only 5 reference. I can do it manually. But what if you are going to do your PhD? I wish some of you or many of you go to that level, do your post-graduation, do PhD in your career. When you do PhD, you will have 300 reference, 400 references. You cannot do it manually. Then you take use of another software called reference management system. It will arrange your references very nicely. You can just change the style of the reference within click of a button. APA to Chicago, Chicago to Vancouver, any style you want, the reference management system will change within a fraction of a second. Okay. So how to remember, at least memorize 4 names or 5 names. Zotero is very popular. EndNote. Why it's called EndNote? Because it is at the end of the notes. So it is called EndNote. Reference works. It works out your references, so it's called reference work. I think Mendeley is the name of the person who invented that particular software. So there are different types of reference management system. Till now, are we clear? Any doubt? So what did we start? We started with the topic, how to choose a topic, right? What was the second step? We took content, information. We searched for the content, and then we had a outline in our mind. Okay, this is what I am going to write about my topic. Can I submit my outline? No. What did I do to my outline? I converted the outline to draft. Draft means you start writing and you finishing the first copy. Can you submit the first copy of the rough draft? No. But unfortunately, we see many of you will just submit the assignment just like that. But don't do that. Wait for the rough draft. Sit on the rough draft for 2-3 days. See it 2-3 times. See if you can revise it. After you revise the rough draft, can we just upload? What do we do? Why proofreading? To check for what? What do you check in proofreading? Spelling, grammar, punctuation, etc., etc. So, proofreading specifically looks for only these things. After proofreading, if you have lots of references, check the reference style and also use reference management system. Is that all? Can we submit now? Yes, most of the times you can submit, but in an academic setting, we expect you to put a title page. What is title page? It's like your ID card. The first page, it should be only your name, name of the university, name of the course, your ID number. Just 4 things, or date of submission. This is called title page. If you have lots of things in your assignment, for our assignment for midterm, it's only 1 page or 2 page, not more than that. But in future, when you write your research, maybe there are 30 pages or 40 pages, then you have to arrange the table of contents. You put all the topics in 1 page and tell which page number is that particular topic. So your first page is always title page. The second page, just like any textbook, you go back to your school textbook, if you see, the first page will be the title page, and second, third, fourth page will be table of contents. So that's all about, can you close the door please? And that's all about writing. Now for the second part of the session, presentation. What is presentation? Is it different from writing? Yes. Okay. Anyone else? Is presentation different from writing? Writing, you don't really talk. You can sit in your room, in your pajama, sipping your coffee, writing, proofreading, submit it whenever you want. But presentation, you speak, you talk, you tell the audience what you want to convey. You try to connect with others. That is presentation. Usually for presentation, we prefer PowerPoint, not a Word document. It will be very boring. You can also present with a Word document or PDF, but it's not the accepted or structured way. For any presentation, we request you to make a PowerPoint. Okay. So we are going to see how to make a PowerPoint. Are there any rules? Are there any guidelines? How many slides can I have? What is the font I can use? The color, the size of the font. There are some basic rules which we have to follow. So let us quickly go through how to make a PowerPoint, or what do we mean by a presentation. This is the definition. A presentation is a process of communicating your knowledge, thought, ideas, or research result to specific audience. When I take this topic, I always imagine and I always wish all of you become very successful nurses and very successful researchers as well. Okay. Always dream big. Don't stop yourself, I'm just going to work in a hospital. Yes, you will work in a hospital, but when you work, you also try to be more academic. You try to be part of the research team. You will try to conduct your own research. There are very few people from, especially women from this part of the world, who take up, research in a bigger way. But if you talk in your own language, if you can conduct in your own language and publish in your own language, you can reach your own mother, grandmother, your neighbors. You can connect very well. So what I'm trying to say is, presentation skill, communicating, doing a PowerPoint, doing a research is very, very important. So when you do a research, it's not for you, you should communicate. You have to present. You will go to a conference. Many colleges, many hospitals, they support you to go and present in a conference. Okay. Okay. So what is a presentation? What are the requirements or what are the components of a presentation? What I am doing now is a presentation. For an example, what are the things here? Number one, yes? It's okay, tell me.
I thought you were asking what audience. I said okay.
Yes, of course. Without audience, if someone is talking, what do you call them? Mad. Nobody talks alone without someone in front of you. Okay? So you need audience. You need the presenter. And what are we talking? Are we talking about some movie or something happening in Manama? No, this is more academic. There is a message. I am talking to you about the presentation. And are you all standing? No. All of you are sitting comfortably. And is this room dark? No, there is sufficient light. Are you able to hear the last row? They are able to hear because I have a mic and there is an amplifier. This is called setting. Okay? So there are 4 things important for presentation. What are they? The presenter or the speaker, the audience, the message or the content, what we are speaking, and more importantly, the setting. We need to have a good atmosphere which is comfortable for everybody. So this will be one of your MCQ. Okay, we will confuse this definition. We will change some word and ask you, what is this? A, B, C, D, E. Then you have to say, this is presentation. And maybe we will give something else as the 5th option and ask you, the following are part of the presentation except. Then you have to choose the odd one out. Okay, this is how we frame our questions. So go back to all the PDFs, look at each slide and think you are the teacher and think how you can rephrase this content as question. All MCQ, there is no true or false or no match the following, no missing letters, everything is MCQ. How many options? 5 options. Okay, and if you don't know any question, don't leave it in the exam. Choose any one answer. There is no negative marking. Okay, but in future, if you want to compete for licensing exam in some other country or even in GCC, if you want to practice in some other country, you will be writing some licensing exam. Probably there you will have negative marking. But here for our courses, there is no negative marking. So don't leave any question unattended. Just choose Inky Pinky Ponky, choose some answer and put it. Okay, 3 P's for presentation. Remember, plan, prepare and present. Plan is something similar to writing your assignment. You should think of a topic, you should think where to get the information, and you should think if it is relevant, you should make an outline. All these things comes in planning. And then put your plan into preparation. You start making your PowerPoint. How to make the PowerPoint? Your PowerPoint should have 3 components: introduction, main part and conclusion. Same thing in assignment also. You will not directly start talking about cat. You will say there are many animals on this earth. One of the animal is cat. Cat is a very domestic animal, very cute animal, etc., etc. And then you go to the content. You give some introduction. And some authors give a very strong introduction. They make it, how many of you read books here? Novels, books? So usually within first 2 pages, 2-3 pages, you will know if you're going to complete this novel or not. They grasp you. They pull you into that. So I have seen some of the novels which I read, I became addicted. I could not keep it down. You know, in fact, I compromised even my cleanliness, my food, to just to complete that particular novel. Some of them are so you cannot, inviting. So like that, you can keep your introduction. The first slide, as I mentioned in assignment, first slide or first page always title page or title slide. It should have your name, name of the university, name of the course, and second one, just like your table of contents, it should be list of objectives here. Here we don't give the page number, go to this page number, because it is your presentation, you are handling the slide. So here we just give the main headings of your presentation. This is what called as objectives. How do I structure my presentation? We have to ask the organizer how much time you will have. Sometimes they give you 15 minutes, sometimes they'll tell you half an hour, or if I am asking you to do a presentation, you should ask me, teacher, how much time I will get? I will say each student gets 10 minutes. Then for 10 minutes presentation, how many slides you can have? Can you have 30, 40, 50? Just give me a number. For 10-minute presentation, how many slides you think you can have? 6 or 7, maximum 10. Okay? Again, it depends on how fast you speak and what is the message you want to convey. So usually 1 or 2 slides. If you're a very good speaker, you want to show more pictures, you want to connect more, you can have 1 or 2 slides per minute. And always write in point form. Don't write big sentences. Keep 4 to 5 points per slide and avoid too many words. So out of this, which one will you prefer? Definitely the top one. This is more clearer and pleasant for the eyes, not a congested one like this. Animation. Usually PowerPoint we use some kind of animation. Why? It gives you more control. See, in this slide actually there are 5 more lines. But do you see them? No, because I control them. How I control? Because I put animation and there is a setting where I can control it. When I click, it will appear. Or I can change the duration. It can appear after 3 seconds. So there are different settings. Why should we use animation at all? To make it more interesting and to add, if you're going to conduct an exam, you put the question first, you wait for the students to answer and then show the answer. If you're going to explain a concept, you show first part, point A, explain, then go to point B, then go to point C. So animation is of more use. Can we use it unnecessarily? No. Use a simple animation and don't use very complex animation which can get you headache. Fonts. Please again memorize these fonts. These are the commonly recommended fonts. Why? I like different font. Who are you to tell me what I should use? There is some scientific research behind it. That's why we are saying use these fonts. Can you think of a reason why they say use these fonts? They are more easy for our brain to perceive, and all your textbooks usually have Times New Roman. All newspapers, they have Times New Roman or Calibri or Arial, because it is very pleasant for the brain to read. Not only pleasant, easy. It need not, some fonts like this are difficult for the brain to understand. So we don't use them. Size of the font, again please memorize these numbers. For the first slide, it is 40. The title should be minimum of 40. Subtitle 32 and the content is 24. The subtitle is what is the title in each slide. No, this is called subtitle. So that is 32. And the content what you put in the center of the slide is 24. And we don't advise font 12, but it is advised for footnotes like this. Sometimes we do put footnotes saying which university you are taking the class, or which course are you taking the class, which date you are taking the class. So this is called footnotes. Not a must, but it's optional. So remember these numbers. I will ask you at the end if you can recollect these numbers. Can we use capitals? Do we use capital in our presentation? Sometimes. When? Not everything should be capital. That's what I do not use all capital letters, because our human brain gets tired with capital letters. Human brain thinks it's boring when it sees all capital letters. So we don't advise everything in capital letter in a newspaper or in your assignment or in PowerPoint. But you can use capital letters when? When do we use capital letters? Huh? Okay, something you want to show us very strong or special. Then? Title, okay. Abbreviation. WHO. What is WHO? Have you heard of WHO before? During Corona time, everybody was talking. WHO declared this, that. World Health Organization. So there are certain things which are, very popular, and you don't want to write the full name, you write abbreviation. This is called abbreviation. WHO stands for World Health Organization. BMI, what is BMI? BMI. Anybody trying to lose weight, dieting, you must be. I for index, body mass index. So these are the few things which we use capital letters, which are internationally accepted. Okay, so we use capital letters for acronyms and for emphasizing a particular topic or particular point. And we also use quotes, sometimes italics for quotes. Font color, always use dark color, preferably black. Black on white is the standard combination. That's why all textbooks, newspapers, you see black font, white background. It is easy for the brain to understand. Not only that, some of the readers can be colorblind. We don't know, diagnosed or undiagnosed. So better not to use very fancy colors. Background should be always light, and don't use distracting background. And whenever possible, use a graph or a picture. For example, she chose the topic cat. She can explain, my cat has 4 legs, 2 ears, 2 eyes. But instead of that, she puts a simple picture of a cat and then describe. It becomes easy for the reader to differentiate between a cat and dog, because otherwise both of them look similar. Both of them have similar features. How do we differentiate? So the images are the very powerful tool to explain complex things. Not only images, in medicine we use graph, lots of graph. As nurses, you will be using patient vital chart, heart rate of the patient, temperature of the patient, ECG of the patient. So you also will be using lots of graph. So there has to be a conclusion. What is conclusion? You should have take home message at the end. Whatever you are talking, you should conclude. There has to be a closing, or there has to be a summary, and thank the audience at the end. So that's all about preparation. So we have planned, we have prepared. Now comes the more tricky part. You have to stand in front of the audience and speak. This is called presentation. I will not go much into the details of presentation, but there are 18 or 19 guidelines. Just try to know them, and it's all very simple, common sense. You just imagine you are the presenter and see what you will be doing. I will tell one after the other. Dressing, very important. You cannot just like that go to a university and deliver a talk, or just like that call all the nurses in your hospital and deliver a speech. You should know the dress code. Very, very important. And dress appropriately for the occasion. Before you speak, even though your colleagues know you, you please introduce yourself one more time. In a very simple way, you introduce one more time. Maintain eye contact, very important. Don't look down or don't look up. Look at your friends, look at your students, just look if they are really listening to you, if they are afraid, if they have a doubt. Just have a healthy eye contact, not staring at someone, okay? Just, casual eye contact, which will help us to know the feel of the audience. Be natural, don't try to imitate anyone, use hand movement, don't stand like a robot. You move from one place to another, don't stand in one place. Voice modulation, yes, you want to stress something, stress. Use some kind of voice modulation, and not necessary you keep talking for 40 minutes or 1 hour. Whenever needed, you give a pause. You ask if they have understood. Avoid being overconfident, avoid jargon. What do I mean by jargon? I know many complex words in medicine. I know many complex vocabulary in English. But can I use it now? No. Avoid jargons to connect with the audience. Simplicity. Simplicity is the best policy. Keep your presentation as simple as possible. Just because you know something, don't put everything in the PowerPoint. Manage your time well. I think I am exceeding by 1 minute. Anyways, we'll try to finish. Stand in a proper way. Don't show your back to the audience, and also don't stand in front of the presentation. Don't block the presentation. Use humor judiciously. If it is not your cup of tea, don't use it at all. If you use it improperly, it will backfire. Okay. If you can crack some jokes, good. Otherwise, better keep quiet and finish your presentation. Maintain interest, practice ahead, very, very, very important. Even though this is my 4th time or 5th time delivering the same topic, I practice every time, at least for a few minutes. I go through the slides. Stay calm, relaxed, and thank audience at the end. Okay, this is the summary. Before you leave, any questions? Okay. Now let us see. I have questions for you. Okay. Let us see if you are able to recollect. Selection of topic should fulfill the following criteria, except I will show you 5 options. Don't shout the answer. If you know, very good, keep it inside your heart. Raise your hand. I will tell you who can answer. That person can answer. Are we clear? Good. Can I show the options? Okay. Don't say I said. Yeah. The selection of, when you're ready, raise your hand. Selection of topics should depend on everything except, should it align with an objective, meaning should it align with the requirement? Number 2, should it be interesting to the speaker, interesting to the audience? Should it have sufficient information? Should it be broad and vague? Which one of these is not the criteria to choose the topic? Only one hand I can see. 2 gentlemen at the back. 1 girl in the front. Others? You are discussing a lot. Tell me, have you found an answer? Everything is wrong? No. Only one of them is wrong. No. Yes. Huh? Yes. It should not be very vague, means not clear. Very broad means we don't know what we are going to talk. The first 4 options are correct. Okay, let us see the second one. Recommended resources to get information. I want answer from the back. Just try. Which one of these we don't recommend? For students especially. Yeah. So what it should have been? Trusted website or authentic website. It should not be any website. Correct. No. Wait. If you want to leave, you can leave. I'll just finish other few questions. Yeah, you're free to leave. I'm not stopping anyone, but I'm just showing something to revise. Making a list at the end of the presentation according to number or alphabet in an order is called? What is arranging the list of references in a proper way at the end? Table of contents at the beginning. Okay, I should have mentioned, yeah, I mentioned at the end. Sure. So bibliography. Bibliography is listing the references at the end. I think I should have put the references here. Okay. What is this step called? Organizing the content, topic, subtopic, title, subtitle, before writing the rough draft, keeping it in your mind or... Yes. If you know the answer, keep it to yourself. Raise your hand. Yeah, she is correct. Outline. Outline is arranging the content before writing the rough draft. Okay. Don't say. Just see what is the sentence. Careful editing or careful checking for typographical, grammatical, spelling and punctuation. What is this step called? Anybody? Try. Anybody? Huh? Correct. But to say with a smile, why? Proofreading. It's proofreading, correct. So this is proofreading.
Can you put some last page? I want to take a picture.
Wait, let me finish. All the following are examples of, what are these examples of? Reference style. Reference style, correct. The following are examples of, they help you to arrange your reference. So, they help you to manage your reference. So, reference management system. So, you have to know at least few names of reference style, font type and reference management system. Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, bye-bye. No. But the same thing will not come. We will modify it. Yeah.